All right, we're live here, Fatboy FadeAway Sports. Kind of a special pod here in a sense. Of course, you can see we have a special guest, Mr. Terrell, back in the building here with us here. After we had Jimmy Polato on yesterday,
I
back
saw
to
that.
back here for me and Tyler. We're doing a little special episode with it. Terrell, before I get into what the show's about, obviously we've known you for a long time in the pod game. We've connected with you outside of the pod. Always appreciate you, my friend. It's good to have you back live on the show too. So, for our audience out there, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm grateful to be here with you guys. No other two guys in this game that I'd rather be with. You guys are always fun, quality men. I appreciate you guys. We've been doing it for a long time. So I'm just happy to be with you guys. You know what I'm saying? If I had to pick, let's go. Happy to be here. Today's my son's birthday today. So I'm extra happy and motivated and excited. Another blessing, another year to spend with him. So I'm ready. I'm off work. I'm ready to get it in.
Let's do it. It's funny. I was thinking about it because so I did Jimmy's podcast with him and Nico, I believe on Wednesday or something like that, and then your name came up in the podcast, and then
I watched it.
and then we do the podcast Sunday. And I was like, it's fate, man. It's like both times you came up, so that tells you your culture there with us in terms of making an impact on our podcast both ways around there with it. Tyler McGurk, ready to get into the 2020 NBA redraft here. We got a lot to get into there. We want to talk some dubs. We didn't get it quite to do as much as we wanted to yesterday on the show, so we'll kind of talk and let Terrell always brings the opinions with the Warriors. We'll get some NBA LeBron thoughts too there with it, as he's not on his Lakers anymore, so we'll get his thoughts on that. And three. We'll let Stephen A. What do you call it? Three white guys leading the Lakers. We'll get into that kind of thought too with it as well. So we'll have some fun here tonight. 2020 NBA redraft. So Tyler, I was telling Terrell when you stepped away for a second. Me and you used to do these like when we first started potting kind of a lot more. Then we hadn't done one. I think I looked back. I think it's been basically a year and a half since we've done one. And you kind of 2020, you kind of seemed like you wanted to kind of dig into a little bit with it. And I was like, all right, I look back at it. I was like, all right, it's kind of a fun draft. Players are still playing right here with it, Terrell. And it's always interesting when you look back. I mean, now we have 6 years, and that's what 5 years, you'll see we get to see what we'd have. A lot of these guys are still playing. So
and a lot of them are nothing.
Oh, man. Well, hello, second pick. So we got that overall. So, I mean, Tyler, what was your first thoughts looking back at this from 2020? And we'll get into like that draft being online and all that, but just the players itself. What'd you make of that draft there? Like first,
I mean, it's a pretty good draft as far as like the top 10. You got some deeper pick like 8th overall, Denny Avdia, who slips in there and becomes what he is. I thought it was a good draft. It's just the scouting of this draft was awful. Like, and it shows that COVID was a big factor on this draft. Like, there was so many bad, like Isaac Okoro being in the top 10. It's like the guy, what does he do well on a basketball floor? It's not put the ball in the hoop. He doesn't dribble. Like, he's an okay defender. Why are you? And then Wiseman obviously at 2. It seemed to me to be very poorly scouted by NBA teams, and I feel like.
Oh man, I look back at some of these Warriors quotes about Wiseman, and I was like, they gotta be slapping themselves about what they said. Like, oh my gosh, and some of these people wrote. I mean, it was kind of interesting.
In Memphis.
Oh man, I don't know. Terrell, just before we get into the redraft, what was your kind of thoughts? I told you what it was. Very short assignment for you. You got to look at it. What were your first thoughts looking at the draft here, 2020?
I was thinking, who are half of these people? These people, I was like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know half of these people. And there's some gems towards the end and a couple in the second round that are still around, have roles in the NBA. But yeah, like T said, the scouting, I don't know, bro. That's why a lot of them are GMs are fired now.
It's so funny. That's the best part of looking back at the draft as far along as you're like, man, how did somebody miss on this guy? Like, all right, you just gotta. But this was kind of an interesting one. Like you said, there's some late picks in there, some early ones. I kind of have some different angles I want to take with you guys after we redraft here a little bit and we get our teams out here. So be sure to tune in. Fatboy FadeAway here. We're going to do the 2020 NBA redraft. Tyler, you've had plenty of time to think. You up the exciting pick? You want to go 3, 4? Where are you going to go here to start? Terrell's going to get the second pick.
I'll go 1. I'll leave the heavy lifting for you at 3 and 4.
Has been made. All right.
I think it's one of the few picks that was correct in drafting Anthony Edwards first overall. I mean, he's made the All-Star team the last 4 years. His trajectory is on the up and up. The only thing that hinders him is maybe size, but he has it all. He's going to compete. He's a hell of a competitor. He plays both ends. It's an easy pick for me, and I'll take Anthony Edwards.
Is he the top American player right now? Am I just being like off the top of my head? Is he the? I try to, like. Is there a guy I'm like?
Jason Tatum
right there with him. Okay, out of sight, out of mind, right? Type of thought with me right there, probably with that. A little bit. You're right. He'd be the next. I was just thinking, like, see, I was like, that's kind of crazy to think about if he's our best.
That is crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, usually, like, we have, like, but you have your Jokic, you have your Doncic, you have your the Giannis there, too. So it's, like, kind of interesting to look at it. Embiid, yeah, like, so. And LeBron and Curry, I mean, it seems like
Curry.
Maybe Curry, I could make an argument for 5 there with it, but I think Durant's out of that now. So, yeah, maybe he's our top American player there with it. All right, so you got Edwards 1, automatic lock as the first pick. Terrell, would you take him as your best shooting as the best shooting guard in NBA right now?
I mean, does he play the 2? I mean, feel like he plays the 1
a little bit, but I mean that's why they got LaMelo. They got who we'll talk about here in a minute, but that's why they got him, because they don't want him to handle the ball. They want him to just get buckets. Just get buckets. I mean, all we want you to do here is not handle getting double teamed by Denver at midcourt. That would be nice.
He might be the best. He might be the best 2 if he's a 2. Yeah.
All right. So who do you got second?
It's between him, Booker.
Booker would be in there. Yeah, I would probably say the guy from Portland's not there yet. Yeah, there's a little ways to go. I would say.
Yeah, so many people can play so many different positions.
Doncic is a 7. Yeah, right. I give you that. Like they're everywhere with it. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving here. Your second pick overall, Edwards. This is where it gets a little interesting. So, I mean, I'm really thought about this second pick maybe the most out of any pick. I think it took me like researching like 8 minutes worth to tell you where I'm at. So I'm interested to see what Terrell has at the second pick here. After Edwards goes. Go ahead, Terrell.
Mine 3 through 7 was a little more difficult. Number 2 was easy for me. It's Tyrese Maxey.
All right.
Tyrese Maxey's my number 2. You know what I mean? He was picked number 21, all the way at 21. And we've seen what he can do as being the number 1 on the team. Unfortunately, he won't get to prove any of that this year because of LeBron and his superstar talented team again. I can't put it all on LeBron. I mean, but I think Tyrese Maxey is that guy above everybody else other than Ant-Man.
Man, Tyler, I'll just start out with, I had Haliburton too. I had him too over Maxey. It was close. I mean, like, honestly, like, it's not something I was like easy. Like I said, it took me a while to think through it.
Yeah.
Based on what Terrell said, where did you have Maxey too? I'm guessing, knowing you had Maxey too.
I had Maxey too as well. Yeah, I just like this easy scoring a little bit better from him. And the injury, like Haliburton's coming off a serious injury. What is he going to look like the next year?
But so redrafting it, that's where you have it.
If he comes back to prime Haliburton, then you're happy with either way. You're not missing anything. But if he comes back and he's lost a step,
2-time All-NBA, 2-time All-Star, assist leader in 03-04. Yeah, magical belt.
Can't teach speed.
That's true. No, you're right. And he's obviously going to have a great chance this year, as we'll dive into that. So he's the second guy. Man, that took me a long time. Was it pretty easy for you guys then?
No,
No. It was close.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm not that far off from you guys. Like, it actually, I was like, man, because Haliburton, as good as Maxey is, Haliburton's going to be the guy that's going to dish you, give the other guys around you a little bit more. Like, to me, I had to battle that a little bit more.
You see the hat, right? You see the hat. I'm surprised you guys even thought Haliburton would be that high. I thought I was going to shock people.
No, I had Haliburton 3, and then we go to number 4. This one took me a while too to gotta go with like Tyler. Like, I'm like, all right, Bane. He would have been the guy definitely 2 years ago, right? Like, he would have been. I think he's probably up on that. He would have been automatic. I had Ball. I was thinking through, but I think I ended up going with Deddy. At 4. Maybe he just killed the Warriors of the games I saw, but I'm like, he's the best. He can shoot off the ball the best than any of these guys. He can play make better than these guys. And Ball, you can say no, but this guy's a little bit more, I think, consistent to winning I would take. It took him a little while, I guess.
Yeah.
Getting off the Wizards always helps, but no, I mean, the Wizards, like, just I guess that was the key, Tyler. But I'm taking him at 4, so I'm going Haliburton 3. I'm going Denny 4 with that pick. Any thoughts on him?
Denny's a monster. He's a big guy, and he is relentless at going to the hoop. He has that crafty European draw a foul as well in his game. He's a monster. If he becomes a good 3-point shooter, he's still a little inconsistent. He scored 25 a night with mediocre talent around him. Obviously, sometimes you benefit from playing around bad players because you get more opportunity. But I don't think he's that guy. I like Denny, and I like how he's relentless. He doesn't.
So you had him 4 too, then?
I had him
right
5.
there.
4 has not been picked.
And so, my curious with him is would you say, Tyler, that you would have had Bane ahead of him though 2 years ago?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, because of the Wizards and the Wizards effect. He wasn't doing it.
Put a Stetson, yeah.
Sure. I mean, he's an all-star this year. He's got Portland. We'll see what's the whole thing there. Moving to Oakland. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. So we'll see what the Portland's end up doing there with it. But man, out here on the West Coast, we do get to see him play a little bit more at times. Some of the late night games, but I had him there with it. So Terrell, with a kind of a pivotal pick here, I'd see number 5 because
I mean, I tell you, y'all have shocked me with Haliburton and Denny. I thought that I was gonna sneak up. I'm thinking they don't respect them like that. But I tell you what, I underestimated my dogs.
Played for Sacramento out here. Come on.
So kudos to you guys. But I mean, if y'all are just gonna give them to me, if y'all
compliment you thought it was
nah, never that. But if y'all just gonna give them to me, I'm gonna have to take Melo. I mean, if you're just gonna give me Melo, I had him ranked number 4. I had him 4. I had Denny 5. But yeah, I'll be happy to take Melo off your hands. Man, Melo and Maxey, I'll take that.
So if we're going to the 2020, so just to kind of recap the top 5 here. So Minnesota stays where they're at. They would have took Edwards like Tyler did. Number 2, the Warriors took Wiseman. They would have ended up with Mr. Maxey. Gosh,
how good would that be?
That would be very nice. That would be nice. The Charlotte Hornets would have ended with Haliburton, and they would have also ended up with Denny. Gosh, that would have been a nice building block. And then the Cavaliers, which probably could have used them actually more than Okoro. Looking back at it, Casey's guy Okoro, where was he at? Number 1 pick. Okoro takes ball over there with it. Like I said, you got to give my brother some love once in a while, but the Titans is going to be the Dallas Cowboys of this generation.
I commented on that, Daren.
I saw that. I was dying at your comments. They were hilarious. So ball there. So that's where these guys would have ended up if we had.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to look back at it. That Hornets, if you had Haliburton and Denny, and you're building off those 2 guys, that would have been a nice building block there. And then you have Ball or Maxey to the Warriors, though, Tyler. It's hard for us. Obviously, we took Wiseman number 2. We had to go big. We needed a big. We haven't had one.
I will say this, Daren. When y'all got Wiseman, I was like, "That's the perfect choice. That's perfect." I thought it was a great pick, but I was wrong.
Turn out. No, I mean, obviously, I think the idea of a big man that you're like, oh, he's athletic, he's big. Yes, that is what you needed, but it turned out to be Steve Kerr. You can't run anything, so you're out. That's what Steve Kerr is. If you can't run offense, take a seat. That's what. That's what he does. You better be able to run the playbook, buddy. So all right. So Tyler, back to you. I feel like that was a big pick. Kind of. I had Ball 5, so he goes right where I had LaMelo Ball in this draft. Where did you end up now? Number 6. I feel like I should know, but
I know where he's going. Yeah,
I feel like there's a tricky one here too.
I have this guy going back. I have him at number 4, and I took Jaden McDaniels.
Oh,
from out of Washington. I've seen him playoff games. I know he's going to play defense. I know his offense is getting better every year. I just like the trajectory he's on.
I like him too.
The defense he plays, you can pair him with any size guard.
Yes,
1 through 4.
Absolutely.
He's a versatile player that I think is very essential to winning, and I take a player like Jaden McDaniels.
So you get him at 6. That's good.
Yes,
that's a huge pick, and I agree with everything you said, T.
I had him at 7, so we're not that far off here.
I had him at 8.
And then 7, I would. This is where it
Take
gets
the
a little-
biceps. Take the biceps.
I think I got to go Desmond Bane. Just for, he's done it for a couple years. He had a little off year last year where he had to carry the load with the injuries a little more than he did in previous years. But I feel like we've seen his top of his game. I don't think he's going to get any better than where he's at, Desmond Bane. So hopefully he just sustains this level for the next couple
He
years.
should be able to
I'll
get a
take
little
him
bit
at-
more efficient over his time.
I don't know if
I mean,
that's
he's a good.
happening. I
He
just don't.
should. You think the height's going to matter for him too much?
The short arms, the height, I mean, he's pretty athletic, but he doesn't have like this uber athleticism that a lot of these
He can
guards
shoot,
do.
though.
Yeah,
He
and
can
he has a
shoot.
quick release.
He can shoot a 3 though. that he can do. I think for him, it's all about the guys around him. You know, for like he's obviously like he's the guy that could take him over the top. But it's like, all right, Banchero and
He needs slashers.
we need him and Wagner to step up and like be even better. But Banchero plays slow.
Yeah,
You know,
both of them, exactly
play-
right.
Yeah, they
Yep.
play a little too slow. They need a guard that's going to push them a little bit.
Slashing. Yep.
But they
Franz
need.
needs to be the slasher. He's 6'10" and can move.
But they don't. They
isolate
do
right now.
post up type stuff.
That's bull crap. It's not good stuff. It's not. It's terrible, right?
It's terrible.
It's like they don't play to their strengths. I think Suggs would be a great like 6th or 7th man for him too off the bench. Like I think that Anthony might be coming up later here in this draft who actually can score a little bit off the bench. So all right, so you go Bane there. Good team. Edwards, McDaniels, Bane. So Terrell, back to you.
I'm
Where
so
you going?
happy to get this guy. I'm so happy to get this guy because this guy is in a role where you don't even know how good he can be, but when you see him, it's unbelievable the things he does. He can shoot like Desmond Bane, but he plays defense. He's athletic and young. Devin Vassell is my guy. That's my guy. He can play defense. He can shoot. He can score. And you're playing with Castle and Wemby and De'Aaron Fox, and you still are relevant, really relevant as one of the main contributors to the team. Imagine if he didn't have all that on his team. Devin Vassell.
And he kind of was at it, kind of like the first
He won
year.
sixth
Like,
man of the year this year, right?
no, that was the other guy.
No, he starts.
That was the other guy.
Who won? Champagne?
No, Kelvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, Keldon Johnson, yeah.
Champagne was awesome though. The finals, we remembered him in the Western Conference final. Vessel, he out of Florida State. It's kind of funny. I was trying to do a trivia. The only college with 2 top 10 picks was Florida State. I was like, that's a random one. You get Florida State with 2 top 10 picks in it. That doesn't usually happen. So
That is crazy.
do you think what do you think his ceiling is like, Terrell, after you see him? Do you think he could like be the Spurs like 4th best player, 3rd best player next year?
He could lead the Spurs and be like the 2nd best player. If the number 1 is a alpha number 1.
Well,
Like
you got Victor, right? Wemby, you got Wemby
Victor, Castle, De'Aaron Fox.
like where's he fall in line?
Dylan Harper.
And Dylan Harper's going to take
Fox
over.
is 5.
So we're looking at exactly what you're saying. Exactly what you're saying. You named 4 studs, right?
Yeah.
He's 5, but he's a starter, and he averages the same amount of points as all these guys. He's shooting threes better than all of them, actually. That's what I'm saying. If he's on a different team with more opportunity, oh my goodness.
It's a
And
good
he
pick.
plays defense like a dog.
No, it's a good pick. He's been watching him play this year, especially. You're like, wow, that's why he was the number. That's why he was picked there at number 11, and you get him at number 8. So obviously, little good, nice, of course, good drafting by the Spurs there as well. So
They draft so well. God.
they always do. So it falls to me for kind of an interesting 8-9 here. I think I get obviously Acuna. Acuna is the guy I'm going to take there from the Hawks.
Okay.
I get him at 9, and his stats show me I had him at number 9, and that's exactly where I get him. Is at number 9. So I end up with him, the guy out of UCLA. Tyler, when they first took this guy, I was like, oh, he's going to be a best. But I'm actually still taking him at 9. So I can't, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, there's certain guys when you want out of anybody in these top 10 so far, is like USC. Like, I don't trust them as a call. There was some of that. Like, he's athletic. So and then I'm going to take the white guy. The guy.
Don't take my guy.
I'm going to take Peyton Pritchard.
Go
I'm going to take Payne Pritchard. I mean, he can play. I mean, maybe
yes.
if I'm in a fight, of course, I'm taking Stewart. But we're not in a fight right now, so we're not doing that. So
that's my girl's dude. She calls him Pretty Little Pritchard.
Well, he's looking pretty on my team right now. So I'm like him over there with it. Bill Simmons, eat your heart out. I get Pritchard there at number 10 there. So I like, and there now you talk about the steal of a draft. This maybe the guy, literally where was he taken? He was taken.
So you're talking about Pritchard, 26?
Yeah, he was taken 26. So I mean, out of Oregon, good player, but I remember watching him play at Oregon. He was good, but he had that kind of little run there in the tournament. But I didn't think he was going to be that good. Let's put that.
He's not good enough to trade Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Well, the Warriors don't want to trade draft picks for Jaylen Brown. We'll get to that here in a little bit. We'll get to that crap there. Terrell, back to you. At the 11th pick, who you taking in 2028?
And I really thought I was going to be able to get McDaniels. T got me on that one. I really thought he was going to sit there. And then I thought Pretty Little Pritchard was going to be there. So both of those hurt me. But I'm going to go ahead and take Emmanuel quickly. I think that he's a solid little, 3-and-D guy. He's a swing guy. You know what I mean? He could do multiple different things. So I'm looking at Emmanuel quickly.
I had him about 13. So yeah, but kind of right in that mix there. It's where it gets kind of Tyler. It's like, and where was Quickly picked at in this draft? He was
Quickly was 25.
25.
25th.
So, pretty good at it. What do you always say, Tyler? Take a Kentucky guard, right? So you get that with it. Get there.
Him and Tyrese Maxey as a Kentucky backcourt, kind of a weird.
Kind of weird. Where do you got your last two here in the 2020 draft?
I got Aaron Nesmith from your.
Dang.
I mean, the Haliburton shot against the Knicks was the Aaron Nesmith quarter, like where he crazy. Just I don't know. I'd take my chances on him, and then I'll go beef stew. Set the tone. We're not taking
beef stew. You
want to fight? Take it to
Isaiah Stewart.
Getting a forcer.
I'll take Isaiah Stewart.
All right.
Who's down here?
I mean, still playing a little bit. Where do you got
players? They're still playing. You're right.
I had him number 12, so you're right. You're right there. What do you got? Last.
So I got 2 players left.
You got 1 left.
1 player left.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if I'm looking at it, there's a whole bunch of guys that does the same thing, like a Conquo, you already took one of them, and Precious. They're all the same kind of players to me. Isaiah Joe's out there, whatever. But I'm going to take this guy that moves to different teams, and he always has a role because he can shoot. I'm taking Sam Merrill.
All right. Not Jackson Merrill. Shout out to
Sam Merrill, who was picked in the second round, number 30.
I did not have Sam on my top 15, I will say, but I did have him number 60. So
I'm taking him over Cole Anthony, all those guys. I just think he has a role.
Man, so nobody took Cole Anthony here. Is that what that? Nobody Greg's. Nobody
undersized guard.
Had a Cole Anthony.
Not enough. I'm gonna take Mr. Bay. Bay. He's averaged a lot. He's averaged points at the end of the day. I'm getting him at the 15th pick.
Who are you taking?
Score on a bad team. I'm taking him. He's been solid over the years. Like I haven't like thought. I don't know. That's just where I'm.
I think he was a Warrior for about an hour.
Yeah, he was drafted by the Nets at 19. I mean, the other guys I had on my list, were that we didn't draft in this were Cole Anthony, Trey Jones, Isaiah Joe.
What about Obi? Obi Toppin.
Obi was the next one there. I think. And my brother, shout out Casey again. Tyler, he loved Obi Toppin. You remember that? He loved Obi Toppin. He's gonna be the best. Doug probably loved him too. Shout out Ohio Sports Talk there. The Dayton Flyers out there. I mean, okay, so Tyler, your team is this. You got Edwards with the first pick, McDaniels with the 6th pick, Bane with the 7th pick, and then Naismith with the next pick, and then Isaiah Stewart there wraps it up for you there. Those were your last picks there at 12 and 13. Terrell, you end up with Maxey with the 2nd overall pick. Ball, fifth overall. Vassell, Quickly, and Merrill for you. And then I end up with Haliburton. Mr. Denny, we're open 24 hours there, Mr. Denny. Acuna, Pritchard, and Bay are. So it's kind of funny looking back at the draft. Tyler, I just want to point out your thing where bad picks here. So, guys, here's the bad picks in the lottery. Patrick Williams, 4.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like that's,
hold on. You skipped the number 2 pick first, sir.
Oh, I felt like I was going to get a special shout out. Mr. Wise, let's go to him. Terrible pick, Tyler, too. We said it a little bit before the Warriors set the tone. They really could have. When Joe Lacob says he wanted to extend two eras, this was the pick to do it. Like that, this was the one. And I'm not saying like none of these guys are generational outside of Edwards, but my Maxey and Haliburton. Maxey, you can't kill them for at that point, but Haliburton looking back at it, Denny looking back at it, LaMelo Ball even looking back at it. These were guys that would have benefited playing with the Warriors, even though they were small. And it goes down. I mean,
look at Desmond Bane playing with the Warriors.
Yeah, but I mean, him and McDaniels were like late 20s. Bane was the last pick of the first round, I think, from TCU. And then, I mean, if anything, they should have took the guy from UNC. They should have took him if they wanted a big, like one of the worst picks in NBA history, right?
It's up there for sure. I mean, you have the 2nd pick. There's guys behind you who are good NBA players, going to be 5-time All-Stars probably. And you got someone who's not even in the league 6 years later.
I thought he was going to be good. I thought he was going to be good.
I thought he was going to be good too.
But it could have changed their whole era. They make that pick. If Wiseman's a stud, going from Curry to this next generation is what you wanted. He would have been 6 years in right now. And instead of searching for a free agent, he's the guy you're getting as your max extension. But he's a bum, and he turns out to be nothing, and you get not. I mean, Haliburton with Curry. Terrell.
Look at you would have got like Maxey. Think about Maxey right now with Curry winding down and Maxey becoming like Curry that would have been the change of the guard.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. That's what I mean. Like no team blew a pick more than them. This was an opportunity with studs on your team. You can say, well, Draymond's this and that. In 2020, Draymond was still a player. He would have helped you if you had a good player on your team.
Sure.
Another like that. And, yeah, Clay was Clay going through all his stuff. So it is what it is.
He was hurt at this point.
Exactly. But Curry and Green alone, if this guy's anything, he's going to play off of him. And it's such a blown opportunity by the Warriors. I just can't think of one other than the Pistons drafting what was the guy from Europe? Darko. They could have taken Carmelo. You just said, well, we need a position, and guess what? We have Tayshaun Prince. It's like, no, you just take the best player and you move on. Like, and the Warriors, I just felt like they drafted for a position, and when you do that, though we all said we thought he was going to be good, when you do that, this is what happens. And thank you for letting me vent. I've been holding this for years.
Daren, the way you just vented that way, is the same way I feel about us taking Lonzo Ball when we could have had Jason Tatum.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it. We would have never had the LeBron situation. He would have never been a Laker. Yeah. All this stuff. Man.
Yeah. You just look back at it. You're like, man, it changes the whole franchise when you draft something like that. It cracks me up with Haliburton as the Kings had him at 11.
Yeah.
They trade him. I can't totally kill the Kings only because they made the playoffs the next 2 years, which they want. They got the 6th seed or whatever, beat the Warriors in a play-in. But looking back at it, I mean, they get to him at 11, Tyler. Out of all their draft woes over the years, they end up with the guy that we would take 2 or 3.
Hell yeah.
And they get him at 11. And he plays 120 games for him. He doesn't even play 2 seasons for him. Unbelievable. The other thing I had was from this was, how about the T-Wolves? Man, they have Edwards at 1. They have LaMelo, even you have to give him Nasri, but they have now LaMelo Ball on their team for this draft, and they have McDaniels on their team for this draft. So if you look, if anybody benefited from the 2020 draft, and where
that's
they're at
crazy.
Right now, it's the T-Wolves, right? And they have it's just kind of. I was thinking about that. I was like,
it's like the reverse Johnny Flynn
Yeah.
Who's
Johnny
the other point guard?
Flynn.
And Ricky Rubio, we got Steph Curry.
But they end up doing a redraft. You look at it and you're like, well, the T-Wolves now have 2 of the top 3 picks. And they have, as I had them number 7, you had them number 4, Terrell had them number 8. Like we all had them right there. They end up with the best players out of the 2020 draft right now.
Yeah.
Is the T-Wolves. And what do you think of them, Terrell, getting LaMelo? Anything, does that excite? I'm a Nas Reed guy, so I'm not saying he's better than LaMelo, but he's more available. He's just big. He gives Denver issues. You're gonna have to always beat if you have Jokic. Like, I don't know. I think they kind of got a little worse in some ways, even though with it.
Yeah, I mean, I was never a Julius Randle fan, period. Even when he was a Laker, never was. I think the Knicks did great by getting rid of him for Cat. But Melo for Julius Randle, for that team, I don't know how good that is. I think McDaniels is going to take another step this year, and people are going to see how good he really can be. Like, I agree with T with that. But I don't know if Melo is he going to be mature enough to play the role that he needs to with Ant-Man? Is he? Or is it going to be about him?
Are you asking me to guess? Or
yeah, we wanted to know, Tyler.
Nah, there's no way. He's never shown a sign of maturity in anything he's ever done.
My point.
Like, he can't even drive without running someone over, like, every month. He's not a mature person. Like, he's not a serious.
So why do that?
He's a
Why?
talented guy, yeah. But
why?
Because at the end of the playoffs, what you saw with the T-Wolves is like, honestly, it was Edwards had to have the ball.
He couldn't do nothing. Yes.
I know. He literally had to have the ball. And like the defense is like, well, this is easy. Let's just double team him. Like they have, at least LaMelo has some creativity. He'll take some pressure off of him, like especially in the regular season, not to wear him down so much. But like, so I see the benefit of it, but I'm like, man, like you have to beat Denver. You have Denver's number, and you're trading the guy that, like, honestly, is kind of the wild card when they play Denver. And you can say, well, Denver's not everything. OKC and they are too. But it's like,
who the hell is Denver?
But I mean, Jokic is the guy I think of. Like, I mean, you have to get by Jokic, and you have to get by these big guys. And that's where I was at with it. So, but I get it. They want to try something different there with it. So that was my other note from this draft. Tyler, any last thoughts from 2020? Other than that, was weird. Drafted. I have some notes below it, as you guys can kind of tell. But first one was draft. The draft was in November because of the bubble and all that. So that was really weird. It was online.
Oh yeah.
So that was kind of the first deal for that.
Darren. Sorry to cut you off, but you were talking about Minnesota with all the coincidences. Yeah. COVID. Who was the first one? Gobert. Gobert, who's a Minnesota Timberwolf.
That was
even more.
See, that's the best fun fact we could have. That's the like. I'll have to give that to Xavier. I said he's my son to the sports. Who gave us COVID? What NBA player?
Gobert. Remember, he was touching everything. He was rubbing everything like it was a joke.
Yeah. And the Warriors had the worst record this year too, Tyler. They had 15 wins. 15 wins, and they didn't get the first pick.
That's rough.
15 wins. I mean, that's one of the worst seasons of all time in Warriors season. And we went through the Cohen era. So that's
a Cohen era win total right there.
That's pretty bad right there with it. So, anyways, I thought it was kind of fun looking back at it. Any last thoughts to you on this draft?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think we touched on that Minnesota. All these trades go back to them trading for Rudy Gobert and signing him to that huge contract and trading 5 first-round picks. The cat trade, crazy, huh? And then they have to get rid. It all goes back to. And somehow they've stumbled into 2 Western Conference Finals. Like, so I mean, it's worked, maybe you could say, but it's definitely hindering.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not if Lonzo Ball matures and becomes the point guard that he could be. But I just don't see that happening.
And the other pick here, I got to point out, they deserve a ripping. And I remember the beginning rip day of. So it's like, that's how you know. When you have ESPN analysts and all these other people ripping your pick, like within 3 seconds, like you're like, all right, this Phoenix Suns at number 10, like just, I mean, like taking out of Maryland, Jalen Smith, yeah, just those type of picks. Killian Hayes at number 7. Remember Killian Hayes, number 7, as well from Detroit. There again, Cora, Patrick Williams, Lewis Jr. as well. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, so there's some bad scouting out there. That's what happens when that's the case. So, It's kind of fun looking back at that. I kind of want to do the 2014 one next time we do it. Terrell, you got to just do it with us whenever you can.
Hell yeah, I'll do whatever. Yeah.
Terrell, me and Tyler have been talking about doing some Monday night ones here. So, and we love our redrafts, so that's what we do with stuff like that. So, it was kind of fun looking back at it. And this one's different, Tyler, because again, these guys are still playing in their prime. So it's kind of interesting. Or they're going into their, or they should be going into their prime.
Some of them have already proven to be superstar. Or not,
anybody else a Hall of Famer on this list outside of Edwards potentially? Maxey, Haliburton could get there. Denny get there.
They've got to win a lot to get there.
I'm just saying, do you guys see if you had to put money on it? 50.
If Maxey can win with these 2 years with LeBron and all these Jaylen Brown and all these people, he has a chance to maybe get there. Anybody else? I don't know, dude.
It's funny when you say stuff like that because you're
Who's
right.
going to sign the big?
But it's exactly what we said about Kyrie Irving. What was that?
Who's going to sign the big shoe deal that puts him in the commercials that'll get him in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
Come on, Cole. You still got to change.
Any of these guys going to get the deal?
Maxey would be the guy.
Yeah, Maxey.
Philadelphia kind of has the vibe for it.
Maxey, if he continues on this pace, is a Hall of Famer. He scores too much.
Yeah, he's
Haliburton.
That's why he was my number 2 pick.
Haliburton have a chance to make the Hall of Fame?
Haliburton?
I don't think so, unless he can win 2 rings.
Man, the fact that he got to a Game 7 though with him as the best player is pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. That's Jimmy Butler-esque.
He was the Knicks killer. If he comes back healthy, the Knicks are going to be worried.
They didn't have to get the pay. They got Zubats this year too. So they got a lot coming out of it. They got all right. So 2020 NBA draft. That was fun looking back at it. Terrell, you're on here with us. Tyler, we want to talk Terrell just a little bit about the Warriors here because it's kind of been a weird part. Like you said, they starting with this draft. It feels like they've gone down this treachery. Like we want to go after some stars, but not fully in, and we can't get them. And people realize this is Curry's team. So if you're a star, you're not. It's not easy just joining another star like that. You have to have a certain personality to do that. But when I read reports today that the Warriors could have given up 4 first-round picks for Jaylen Brown, I'm not giving up 2 picks for Troy Murphy. No, just get Trey Murphy. But on 1 pick like that, I'm not going to kill for. But like they have chances to get guys for picks. Tyler, this isn't the boss. This isn't Brooklyn Nets. You have Steph Curry. You trade guys to get what you want for them. That's what you do. And then me and you and my kids, they have to suffer. I don't care about that. Like let's go all in. We got the best. He's one of the 12 best players of all time, probably 15 at most. Like this is when you trade the picks. This isn't for an old. Tyler's frustrating me.
The frustration is real. I mean, you're right. They should be. If you're willing to sacrifice everything you traded for Jimmy Butler and sign him to a $60 million contract, that's not going to be enough. And you know that when you make the deal. What are we waiting for now? Like, I mean, Jaylen Brown isn't good enough to mortgage the future when you have Steph Curry for 2 more solid years. Like, it's not like Steph Curry took a step back last year. When he's on the floor, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You have to either give him help or just blow the whole thing up, like I've said before. We won't get into that right now. We'll get into it. They have to do something. I mean, I just don't know how you stand pat for 3. I mean, I guess Jimmy Butler, but that was a bad deal when they did that. It was like, we're not even getting better, really. We're getting a little better.
And they're late on everything right now. Like Joe Lacob, Terrell is playing more of a factor than I think I wanted him to. Like, I appreciate him wanting to spend money as an owner, but I don't want my owner involved in basketball decisions. Now, I'm not saying I trust Mike, number 3 overall pick by the Warriors, Dunleavy very much, but I'm just saying, like, I don't need Joe Lacob, my owner, getting involved in this stuff. And so I feel like Tyler said, what was it, light years ahead? What's the 2 timeline thing? Trying to connect 2 timelines. Like, I don't want to hear that anymore. Connect 1. Stop trying to just make money on this guy, and he's loyal to a fault right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What do you see as kind of like a little outside perspective here?
When I look at the Warriors, I look at it kind of like the Lakers were when we had Kobe at the end of his career. It was kind of like, oh, we're just going to celebrate Kobe and whatever. We'll pretend like we'll throw money at some people and get some people, but it's not going to be relevant to winning. Same thing with Curry. It's like, we're just going to celebrate you, da-da-da. But they better be careful because Curry's got what, 2 years left on his contract?
I think 1.
1 year inside, he can leave. He can leave to go try to win. They better be careful that Draymond Green, the 9 to 20-some million or whatever, y'all gonna pay him that? I don't know. That's another question. But they better stop that talking about, oh, look at Anthony Edwards, LeBron, come over there. They're not wholeheartedly going after these people. They're just celebrating Steph Curry, and that's it. And they're just happy with that because they're selling out arenas. They're still relevant because of the Curry name. And I just feel like they're just complacent. I really feel like the Warriors are complacent with that and not looking at the future goals and planning ahead. I really do feel like that.
It's funny you said that about the Lakers because that's what I was thinking. Like, so I was driving home to work and I listened to our local state, and they brought up a good point. Our local radio station, they brought up like, well, the Curry holds the cards but we hope he drives this into free agency because then he'll put some more pressure on them, not to just chase star, but like do better stuff. But they know he'll probably sign with them. But what the Lakers did is what you said. They signed Kobe really kind of earlier than they needed to, probably because probably though to Curry's point, Kobe was on the Clippers watch for a little bit or whatever, before that. But my point is like by the Lakers doing that, he kind of drowned them too. And Curry, I don't think wants to get into that, but I don't think Curry wants to star chase anymore, Terrell. I think he's like, just get guys that want to I don't know, Tyler. Like Giannis didn't want to play for him. Like they're not going to be able to get these top 8 players to play for the Warriors. Like
you could have got Jaylen Brown. That's a top 8 player.
Oh, he's not top 8, but he's still
close enough.
15, 13, maybe a 13.
Close enough to lead your team.
But what I mean is also have your gravy too on top of it, and not give up these picks and not do this stuff. And it's like that's why I'm frustrated with Lacob. I feel like he just wants to hold on to it. T.
It's just cowardice, to not be willing to give up the necessary means that you're going to have to give up to get a player who's going to help Steph Curry in the playoffs.
We just did a redraft. None of these guys are going to the Hall of Fame at number 11 when you picked. God Lord.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a frustrating spot to be in with Lacob. One of our most hated players in NBA Warriors history is our GM. Overseeing all this.
I mean, Terrell, our generation does not mind Dunleavy fans. I hope you can understand that.
I'm seeing that.
We are not mind Dunleavy fans.
And then Terrell brings up the point of what's Draymond going to do? He just opted out of 26 months. Are we going to re-up him for $25 million for 2 years?
I know you don't.
That sounds like right up Mike Dunleavy and Joe Lake. We'll salvage this by giving Draymond a couple years and
nostalgia.
$30 million a year. And yeah, look,
exactly.
We have a Hall of Famer on our team. Yeah, 5 years ago he's a Hall of Famer. Now he can't shoot.
Hey, Kings, we have Draymond in the 11th pick. Give us Sabonis. I don't know, something to do something, right, Tyler? My God, you would rather have Sabonis at Green, right?
Hell,
so
that's what I mean. Do something to where the Kings suck. Hit these teams up that want to trade, and if Green's part of it, deal with it. You got to deal with it. He's made enough noise in his career where you shouldn't feel bad. The fans don't feel bad if you end up trading him at this point. He's the key. But Butler going down kills them. It kills them because no team wants him. They're stuck to a bad contract. When he comes back, maybe at best they win a first round. At best. You know what I mean? That's really, I think, projecting high. So, I don't know. They're so stuck, Terrell. It's frustrating. And then you have Steve Kerr that's only here for 2 years on a deal. It's
for Curry's 2 years. That's it.
It just feels like we're hanging on. And, Curry could play more than 2 years if he wanted to.
I'm talking about for Golden State, I mean.
Yeah, but Curry could play more. He could play more.
He's going to leave, dude. He's going to leave.
I don't think he will, though, Tyler. Something about me doesn't think he will leave.
I don't know.
If this is the roster we're putting around him, I want him to leave so I can watch him play winning basketball. I don't want to watch him play with these guys.
What team would you want to watch him on? Because, come on, there's not – I don't want to see him on the Lakers.
No, not there's teams I don't want on.
No, but, what team would you be all right, I'm okay. The Sixers?
I wouldn't mind if they trade him to the Spurs for –
He's going to be a Spur, yo. He's going to be a Spur.
How can you say the Spurs out of all the teams? I hate
because you can get young talent back. You can get young talent back.
Oh man,
you get all them guys you were talking about. 6 man. We named Champagny, Kelton Johnson, Vassell.
Harper
all
needs
these
to be
different
on that
guys.
deal.
There's so many guys.
Steph Curry, I'd love to watch Steph Curry play with Wemby. That'd
Tyler,
be
would
fun.
you do Harper and
Watching him play with
Fox?
Pod,
They're not gonna get rid of Harper. Harper's not gonna go.
See, would you do Harper and Fox for Curry though, Tyler?
No,
Hell
I'd
yeah.
do a heartbeat, but they
Yeah,
would.
okay. So would you do Harper for Curry straight up?
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that either. They're not gonna do that.
But you would get a much better player, right? For the year or two, right? Would you say that?
They don't need Curry to win.
I know. I'm not even talking from a Spurs standpoint, really. I'm just saying if you put 2 years in a vacuum, the Spurs
Curry's
would get
better
a two.
for 2 years.
They would be a two. I'm not saying. I was just saying in that vacuum. So, all right. So because the Warriors, that's the first guy you're calling about right there. I don't know.
You're not getting him.
Do I want to take the guy you took 8th overall? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I mean,
I'm not sure if I want him. We're not taking.
you would get more than just him, though.
Yeah, no, I know. It's kind of funny looking back at it. I don't know. See any other?
What would you do with Draymond? Like, is he back? You just let him go at this point, right?
He's gonna go join Philadelphia anyway.
Yeah, I think you just run out his contract. You say it is what it is. If he leaves, you have a lot of money to get somebody else.
Yep.
I think that's what you do. Draymond's done a lot, just like Clay did a lot. The reality is Clay would have been there just as long as Draymond if he didn't get hurt. Like it's just what would have happened. And I would have been good with it. Like I'm fine with it the way. Like remember, I always said I was a little odd about Harrison Barnes. Even there is a nostalgia part of sports fans where you like to see a group together, but then you also realize, you know what, Kevin Durant's better, and so you deal with these things. You know what I mean? But my point is like I think that's where the Warriors are at right now. They're just let Green go. Curry
Bring back Kevin Durant. Bring back Durant.
Terrell, I think Curry's okay with it now. I think he realized like this is probably better for our franchise not to have Green on after this year. Like we gotta figure out a different way. We're not gonna win with him as the defensive star. We got to get somebody else on to help us out. And I don't know who that is yet, but there's always it's the NBA. There's always gonna be somebody available for a trade. So I don't know. That's right. That's my kind of final thoughts on the Warriors there.
Yeah, they're stuck. They're in a tough spot. It's not fun.
Terrell LeBron not a Laker. You happy about that?
Yes, thank you, Jesus. Yes. I can actually cheer for my team now. I'm so excited. So excited.
I mean, okay, I got me and you. We're close enough to where Stephen A. says the 3 white guys aren't winning. So I got to get you like. For me, I'm like, give me at least the 3 good white guys.
I've seen Luka. I've seen Luka do
it. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on the Lakers there? I mean, you got Luka running the show.
When you have somebody like Luka, you always have a chance. I mean, you always have a chance.
Pretty much.
So
when you say it's more fun to root for, what do you mean?
Because I don't want LeBron to catch Kobe in rings. You know I'm a Kobe guy. I don't want him to catch Kobe and much less catch Jordan. I don't want all of the LeBron-ites or whatever you call them to get any kind of retribution for anything. If he wins a ring in Philadelphia, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he did all that." Dude, you had another star-studded team to keep winning with. Like, I mean, I'm over LeBron. Please retire.
That's kind of what Tyler wants Curry to do, though.
No, but Curry's team was drafted together. They were drafted together, and they won together and beat teams. You know what I'm saying? They beat star-studded teams with a team that was drafted and built together. You can't. Steph Curry changed the game. Steph Curry changed the whole game. He's one of those guys like Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain that changed the whole trajectory of the game. People weren't shooting from half court before Steph Curry.
It's crazy.
Curry changed a lot. He's one of the transcendent players that changed the game. Allen Iverson changed the culture of the game in the black community. Steph Curry made every person his size say, "I can't do it." You know what I mean?
Terrell, he didn't beat Georgetown in that run, did he? It was Gonzaga, Wisconsin, right?
Why you got to bring that up, dude?
No, did he beat Georgetown?
When he played for Davidson, yes, he beat us in the Sweet 16. Yeah, he sure did.
So my question is, did you see it early on with him like that, or like because again he goes 7 like it's kind of.
I thought he was going to be injured. Remember the first couple of years, he had a little bumps, nicks, and crannies. He was too thin. I was like, he's too small, but I appreciate him because Del Curry played where I live at Fort Defiance High School, so I had a connection that way. So I was always cheering for him, but I never ever thought he would turn into what he was. But I appreciate him. He did it the right way. He's a class act. He's one of the noble guys in the NBA. I feel like he still don't get enough credit for what he's done for the game of basketball.
Well, I mean, when his time is said and done here, he's going to be the greatest Bay Area athlete of all time. There's just no way to break it down. Like, you could argue a lot of guys. I would put him ahead of any of them when he's done here with his.
I would too.
Yeah. I mean, playing in Oakland, playing in San Francisco, going both areas of the Bay Area, like even with his numbers alone, like he's going to be right up there with any guy. I mean, he has the most championships as any Bay Area athlete outside of like Rice and Montana, I think. So those would be the only two other guys.
I think Rice has an argument, but
I just think Curry's too personable as a personality, where like he's viewed as differently as.
Didn't he win Humanitarian of the Year or something? Or some kind of something?
Yes, he did.
Man of the Year.
Shout out to ESPYs. We got that there. Yeah, so LeBron not on your Lakers anymore with it.
Good.
I think for me, though, I just want, before we kind of go wrap it up here a little bit, is the one thing I was thinking NBA-wise was because I was on with Jimmy and Nico this week, it made me think about the Nuggets because they do have a top 5 player in the league on their team. And, like, eventually we're just – Giannis was in the same conversation, it feels like maybe 2 years earlier. Like, do you think Jokic is a lifer with the Nuggets? Like, when I say lifer, he might leave a year or two before his prime – or – year or two at the end of his career. But for the most part, he's playing his whole entire career, probably 15 years with the Nuggets. Do you see Jokic as that type of player, Terrell?
My initial thoughts were no. But then as I thought about it more, I say yeah. Because when he won a championship, all he kept talking about was going back to his country and doing stuff with farm animals and being with his family. So he's already proven that he can win in a Denver market that was not accustomed to that. So I feel like he's already done enough. He's had his brothers around him. He's already accomplished that family aspect. And he just wants to go back to his home and, whatever. So I can't see him leaving.
Jimmy Butler special. Beat Jimmy there in the finals there. I mean, Tyler, I kind of agree with Terrell this. He just seems like a guy that's just going to stay in the small market. But what are your thoughts?
I don't think it's staying small. I think he just assume retire and then go play somewhere. Okay. I think he isn't long for the NBA. I think he plays 12, 14 years max. I don't think he's sticking around. He was talking about retirement after he won his championship. Like, I just want to be on the horses. Like he mentioned. Like, I don't think he's
one more big contract, basically.
Yeah. Probably give me that generational money where I can go to Serbia and be the wealthiest guy on the land.
Yep.
I'm good to go.
Man, it's funny to think about these guys because when I wrote down my note, that's the one thing I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. Is Edwards the greatest American player right now? Like, it is kind of funny to think about. Like, we weren't having this conversation 30 years ago.
I'm taking Tatum over Ant, man. I'm taking Tatum over Ant.
All right, so Tatum. Would you do the same, Tyler?
I don't know.
He's a champion.
Give Tyler another show on that. Jamal Murray? No, we go there.
He's Canadian.
That's right. We can't.
Yeah.
North American. North American. Tyler, shout out the World Cup. We got to go there. North America. We go there. We go Steph Curry still. That's where me and Tyler would go. We're still going Steph
Curry, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts NBA with it. Terrell, I got to say, it's been fun to have you back on my
Always. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'll send you the link for Sunday. Hopefully, I'll send it to you every week. You always know you got an invite there with us.
Hey, let me give one more shout out there. Got to give out to my girl's son. They just went to Virginia and played in the Commonwealth tournament and came back with the gold medal. His name was Keon Thompson, gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. It's kind of like the Olympics of the state of Virginia for AAU basketball. Big ups to Keon and lace him up. Harrisonburg, Virginia on the map, baby. Let's go.
Hey, are you closer to Virginia University or Virginia Tech?
I'm closer to Virginia.
Okay.
I'm an hour away from Virginia, about an hour and a half from Tech.
Have you been to both stadiums for a football game?
Yes, I have.
Is Virginia?
And I would rather be at Tech, baby.
I heard. What's the opening Sandman, right? That they play.
Yeah, Tech's way better. I saw Notre Dame smash them.
Virginia Tech. I always like to remind you. You had it. Steph Curry's dad went to Virginia Tech.
Tell Curry, baby.
You could have offered Steph a contract. Instead, you said, no, he's too small, and we're going to let him go to Davidson. Man, Tyler, what an opportunity!
Big
in
mistake.
Virginia. What an opportunity there. Virginia Tech basketball. That's what we think about. We think about that. Who is the best Virginia Tech? I guess it is Curry. In our lifetime, I can't even think of a Virginia Tech player. To be honest with you, in our lifetime, I can't think of one outside of Curry, his dad. I can't think of one.
I can tell you one right now.
Give it to me.
All right, so there's a young man named Tyler Nickel. He played down here at East Rock in my neighborhood. He got a scholarship for North Carolina, played there, transferred to Virginia Tech, played 2 years there, built this stuff up, went to Vanderbilt, and now he was a second-round pick, one of the top picks, second-round pick, three-point assassin for the New York Knicks in Summer League. He will make the roster. He will play a prevalent role. Tyler Nickel, he wears 2 5s for double nickel. Tyler Nickel's New York Knicks basketball. East Rock, and he's from Harrisonburg, Virginia.
So I gotta look at somebody.
Here's a notable Virginia Tech. If you look him up on the internet, Del Curry, like you mentioned.
Yep.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah.
Del Finney.
Nickel Alexander Walker, pretty good.
Yes, that's the guy. I remember that.
There you go.
And then our most notable, Bimbo Combs.
Bimbo!
Shout out 1997-96 Warriors. That is good. That is good. Bimbo was the man. That's to me, Tyler, fun about sports. Is like we can talk stuff. I go out to eat dinner with or lunch with my wife's father-in-law, who's great grandpa to my kids. Loves sports, but he's 83, so he's a little removed. And Xavier's sitting there with his phone, like my 10-year-old son, and he's like, All-Star game. Terrell, he's obsessed with baseball, and he's like, do you know who Mason Miller is? And he's like, I have no idea. He's like, I have no. I'm like, that's gonna be me and you. Like, all right, who was Desmond Bane? Nobody cared. Nobody. That's what it's gonna be like. It's all good stuff. All good stuff at the end of the day. But all right, guys. Good show. Terrell, good to have you on. Hopefully, we can
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yep. Tyler, good looking back.
Hear me.
Let's do a redraft. Speak up. We got